Let's face it, your friends wanted Vegas, but you chose the South African mountains. While they're dreaming of neon lights and endless buffets, you're trading the slot machines for sweeping vistas and the kind of silence that makes you hear your own heartbeat. It's a bold move, and honestly, it's the kind of decision that sets you apart from the crowd. You're not just following the herd, you're blazing your own trail, literally and figuratively. Good call. There's something undeniably empowering about stepping out on your own, trusting your instincts, and letting curiosity be your compass. Every step you take is yours alone, and every view you conquer is a personal victory. You're not just seeing the world, you're experiencing it on your own terms. And that's a feeling you can't get from a group tour or a prepackaged vacation. Solo travel is a declaration, an announcement to the world that you have taste, and you're not compromising for another shrimp buffet or a group consensus on what to do next. You're choosing adventure over comfort, authenticity over convenience. You're saying, I know what I want, and I'm not afraid to go after it, even if it means going alone. You're the CEO of your own adventure. Wake up at dawn to catch the sunrise, eat dessert for breakfast just because you can, or spend an hour taking selfies with a rock that looks like a giant tortoise. No one's judging and no one's rushing you along. Want to linger over coffee while the mist rolls off the peaks? Go for it. Feel like hiking off trail just to see where that mysterious path leads? The only permission you need is your own. The bonus, social media envy. While your friends are stuck in traffic or waiting in line for overpriced brunch, you're posting sunrise pics captioned, "Just another Tuesday." Your feed becomes a highlight reel of epic moments, and suddenly, everyone wants to know how you pulled off such an incredible trip. You're not just making memories, you're curating a narrative of cool, one breathtaking photo at a time. It's not just a vacation, it's a curated narrative of cool. Every journal entry, every photo, every story you collect becomes part of your personal legend. You're not just visiting a place, you're becoming part of its story, and it's becoming part of yours. The freedom to choose your own adventure means you get to decide what matters most, and that's a rare gift in a world full of schedules and obligations. Sure, you might argue with a baboon over snacks, but that's part of the charm. These unexpected encounters, whether it's a mischievous monkey eyeing your granola bar or a sudden rainstorm that turns the trail into a slip and slide, become the stories you'll tell for years. They're the moments that remind you you're alive, that you're adaptable, and that sometimes the best memories come from the most unpredictable situations. Pack your bags, leave your friends to their questionable choices, and get ready for an adventure where you only answer to yourself. There's a unique thrill in knowing that every decision is yours to make, from the route you take to the snacks you pack. You're free to change your plans on a whim, to chase a sunset or linger in a hidden valley, and to discover what you're truly capable of when no one else is calling the shots. You'll discover how long you can go without human contact before chatting with squirrels. Solitude can be daunting at first, but it quickly becomes a companion. In the quiet, you'll find space to think, to dream, and to reconnect with yourself. You might even find that the conversations you have with the local wildlife are more interesting than the small talk back home. And trust me, the squirrels here have opinions. They'll judge your trail mix choices, critique your selfie angles, and maybe even photobomb your best shots. But that's all part of the fun. Because when you travel solo, every encounter, no matter how small, becomes part of your unique adventure. Welcome to your most photogenic decision yet. This is your story, your adventure, and your chance to see the world in a way that's entirely your own. So go ahead, embrace the freedom, soak in the views, and let the mountains remind you just how incredible solo travel can be. Welcome to the Drakensberg, Dragon's Mountains, where the hikes are epic and the views are humbling. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is solitude at its finest, just you, the sky, and peaks that make your worries look tiny. Stand before the amphitheater and realize your deadlines mean nothing here. No gift shops, no Wi-Fi, just ancient rock art and the wild, raw silence of nature. Sit by Tugela Falls, the world's second tallest waterfall, and let the quiet roar of accomplishment sink in. Here you're not just hiking, you're exploring a living museum, and after a comfy lodge and a well-stocked bar await. Table Mountain is Cape Town's superstar, flat-topped, photogenic, and easy to conquer. For solo travelers, it's the perfect adventure with an escape hatch hike up for the burn, or take the cable car for the breeze. Platiclip Gorge is nature's stairmaster, but the view at the top is worth every step. Or ride the rotating cable car and enjoy a 5-minute scenic preview. At the summit, the city, ocean, and Robben Island unfold beneath you. Find a quiet spot, sip a coffee, and post your on top of the world selfie before your friends even wake up. Table Mountain gives you the glory, sweat optional. Wander, reflect, or just enjoy the Wi-Fi. Either way, you win. Alone in the mountains, boredom is optional. When you find yourself surrounded by the vast, breathtaking landscapes of South Africa, the possibilities for solo adventure are endless. The silence isn't empty, it's full of opportunity. Embrace your inner photographer. Your phone is all you need to capture proteas or sunbathing dassies. Every flower, every animal, every shifting shadow is a chance to see the world through a new lens. You don't need fancy equipment, just a curious eye and a willingness to notice the small wonders around you. Speaking of dassies, these chubby, fearless locals are perfect for one-sided conversations. They'll listen patiently as you narrate your thoughts, and their nonchalant attitude is oddly comforting. Try telling them about your day, your dreams, or even your snack preferences. They won't judge. Try journaling. Jot down deep thoughts, fleeting ideas, or the way the sunlight hits the rocks. Writing in the wild can be surprisingly therapeutic, helping you process your journey and capture memories you might otherwise forget, or just your snack wish list. No one's judging. Sometimes the most profound thing you can write is a list of the treats you're craving after a long hike. It's your journal, your rules. Writing turns your trip into a personal story, a narrative you can revisit long after you've left the mountains behind. It's a way to make sense of your experiences, to find meaning in the quiet moments, and to celebrate your own company. And it's a great way to pass time when the fog rolls in. Or do nothing. Sometimes the best activity is inactivity, just letting the world move around you while you sit still. Find a rock, sit, and just exist. Let your mind wander or let it rest. There's no pressure to be productive or entertained. The mountains invite you to simply be. Watch clouds drift lazily across the sky. Listen to the wind as it whispers through the grass and stones. Notice the subtle changes in light and color as the day unfolds. These are the moments that make solo travel magical. And resist the urge to check your phone. Disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with the real one. Let your notifications wait while you soak in the present. The mountains teach stillness. Sometimes you'll find meditative bliss. Sometimes you'll just nap. Either way, you win. Rest is part of the adventure, and there's no shame in closing your eyes and letting the sounds of nature lull you into a peaceful doze. The art of doing nothing is the ultimate solo travel skill. It's about being comfortable in your own company, finding joy in the simple act of being alive in a beautiful place. And if you start talking to squirrels or even the occasional bird or lizard, don't worry, it's all part of the experience. Sometimes the best conversations are the ones where you do all the talking and nature just listens. You're just getting the full experience. Embrace the solitude, the silliness, and the freedom that comes with being alone in the mountains. Out here, you're never truly alone. You're surrounded by life, beauty, and the endless possibility of the next moment. Hiking solo swings between sublime and slightly scary. Rule 1, always tell someone your plans. Don't become a cautionary tale. Bring a paper map, your phone's GPS is only loyal until the battery dies. Learn to read contour lines and trail markers. It's the difference between striding confidently and wandering in circles. Dress in layers, mountain weather changes fast. If you get lost, don't panic. Stop, breathe, drink water, and check your map. Retrace your steps if you can. If not, stay put. Rescuers find stationary people faster. Think of it as bonus time to practice your doing nothing skills. Getting lost is just an unexpected detour, and a better story for later. Adventure isn't perfect, and that's the point. The best part of solo travel? No sharing your food. South Africa's cuisine is a delicious mix. African, Dutch, Indian, Malay. Seek out a braai, boerewors sausage, sausages, and smoky, hearty flavors. Biltong is your new trail buddy. Better than jerky, perfect for hikes. For dessert, order a whole milk tart. You've earned it. Eating alone means savoring every bite, no small talk required. Food here is a journey. Be greedy, no one's watching. After a day of hiking, every meal tastes like victory. And yes, you can have dessert for breakfast. In South Africa, you're a guest in a wild animal kingdom. Baboons are the mountain gangsters. Lock your snacks, guard your backpack, and don't smile at them. If a baboon approaches, stand tall and make noise. No one's around to judge your crazy tactics. You'll also spot antelope, soaring eagles, and maybe a rare bearded vulture. moments that make you put your phone away. And yes, there are snakes. Most want nothing to do with you. Make noise as you walk, they'll slither off before you see them. If you see a hiker singing to themselves, they're just being snake smart. Wildlife encounters here are magical, and sometimes hilarious. These are the stories you'll tell back home. Trying to blend in? Forget it, your accent gives you away. Instead, be a good tourist, learn a few local words. Goi dog in Afrikaans, Saubona in Zulu. Locals appreciate the effort. Dress like a normal person, save the safari vest for Halloween. In the city, style matters. On the trail, function wins. Embrace now. South Africa's relaxed sense of time. Waiting is part of the culture. Use it to practice your doing nothing skills. Don't fight the pace, relax, sip coffee, and enjoy mountain time. Standing out is inevitable, but being respectful is what counts. You did it. Solo in South Africa's mountains. Against all odds, you set out on your own, carrying only your backpack, your courage, and a sense of adventure. The vastness of the landscape stretched before you, and you answered its call. Every step you took was a step into the unknown, and yet, here you are, standing tall at the journey's end. You hiked through rugged trails, tasted the salty chew of biltong, stared down curious baboons, and felt both tiny beneath the endless sky and invincible atop the peaks. You learned to savor the simple joys, like the crunch of gravel under your boots, the wind in your hair, and the thrill of being completely, gloriously alone in the wild. The magic isn't just in the big, heart-pounding moments, but in the quiet ones too. The crisp sunrise air filling your lungs, the unexpected kindness of a stranger who shares a smile or a story, the taste of cold water after a grueling climb, and the peace that settles in when you realize you're exactly where you're meant to be. You discovered reserves of strength and bravery you never knew you had. Each challenge you faced, every steep ascent, every moment of doubt, became proof that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. You got lost more than once, ended up sunburned, and maybe felt a pang of loneliness as the sun dipped behind the mountains. But those mishaps? They're the stories you'll laugh about later, the moments that make your adventure real and unforgettable. Adventure is never perfect, and that's exactly what makes it so memorable. The unexpected twists, the little failures, and the triumphant recoveries, they're all part of the story you'll carry with you. When you return home, you'll bring back more than just souvenirs. You'll carry a new sense of confidence, a fresh perspective on the world, and stories that will spark envy and inspiration in everyone who hears them. You'll find yourself smiling at memories only you truly understand. And don't be surprised if you find yourself dreaming of your next adventure. The solo travel bug is real, and once it bites, every map becomes a canvas of possibility. Every destination a new chapter waiting to be written. Now every map you see is filled with new routes, new dreams, and endless opportunities. The world feels bigger, but also more accessible because you know you can handle whatever comes your way. In the end, you've learned that the best travel companion you'll ever have is yourself. You are your own greatest ally, your own source of strength, and your own storyteller. And that, perhaps, is the greatest adventure of all.